And with that, we're back. Alright, so before we do anything else, let's go ahead and choose our research. We are now in Tier 3. We can get the trading company at long last. The market also, which is very useful. The medicine maker, super useful. Also a sheep branch. Shallow water embark. Now, people were asking, can you cross over water? I believe you need deep water embark to do that. But, for example, where there's a river, say someone had this territory. They wouldn't be able to claim this territory because they've got to cross a river in order to connect it. But if they had shallow water embark, they would be able to. So that's what that one means. Let's go ahead and choose our research, though. Trading company is a must. We absolutely need a trading company. It is a must. Sustainability book is already there. What else is consuming a lot of materials? Go with sustainability here. I would stretch our wheat even further. But do I much care about stretching the meat even further? That's the real question. Oh, I didn't get juicy bait. Oh my lord, I haven't upgraded these at all. I'm a terrible, terrible fishery maintainer. My lord. Well, we could reduce the charcoal required even further. That might not be a bad move. But I think we're going to hold on to that for the iron smelter. Because iron is a bit less common of a resource. But it's time for us to pop down a tavern and lift the spirits of our weary, very weary townsfolk. If I pop it over here, then I cover all of the homes just a little bit. Sure, let's pop it there, and possible to expand up there as well. But I think it is time. We are starting to get a bit low on tools, I fancy. We're only down to 15. In fact, with being so low on tools, we're going to have to buy some more, which is going to be rather expensive, but it is something we're going to need to do. Let's just get 50 tools. It's going to cost us 1,600 to get it. We do need them. But with that, it's time for us to plonk down. Now, if you look at this, need a region with iron ore. If we turn on the overlay to show the province overlay, along here, this area has iron ore. There we are. We could dig this in over here somewhere. There, for example. And I think, that being said, I would be completely okay with having it around here. We could fix that, but we can't quite. It's just a little bit off, but that'll do. Right there would be quite nice, I think. Sure. And then we'll run a road up to it. Diagonal road, of course. We'll get an iron smelter. Can we squeeze this in over here? We no longer need the overlay. I can. Just to make the road make less sense, you know. And finally the blacksmith. I could have the blacksmith just sat down here. Make it even less sense. But the problem is now I'm actually digging into the potential. Yeah, I'm digging into the potential land there. So I'm going to cancel this one. Now this is where I find out if it's only special buildings you get back. No. That's very good to see. And we want to get rid of this one as well because I want that road to be beautiful and diagonal. The iron mine, I could just build the iron mine a little bit further up. Yeah, probably should. Need to make as much use of those trees as we can. There will do. Well, there, yeah, sure. That'll do nicely. I'm going to allow time to pass while we're doing this. Now, from here, we could have a smelter. Maybe we just built there. And the blacksmith just built there. Actually, look quite nice then. We are going to require a storage area, though, I feel. So let's go ahead and pop one of these down. Let's make it a decent sized storage area as well. Actually, Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. This will, hopefully, produce everything we need. But to build the blacksmith, we're going to need iron. But so, you know, we're going to require these to work in a very specific order there. Now, at this point, we're going to pop in the bee attacks. And we should see some houses feeding us quite a lot of money now. I'm extremely hopeful. We've got 300... do we have bee attacks in there at all? That's Peel House. Luxury House Card, bee attacks. Yeah, plus 73. That's a lot. We're getting an awful lot of extra attacks there. Thanks to our beer. Marvellous. Why would you ever want to tell your citizenry they're not allowed to drink when you can just tax them when they drink? Instant money. Yeah, we do need quite a lot more storage though. Hopefully we can get something a little bit better in the future. We are going to want the iron smelter to have this pop. There we go. Sustainability book should give us a little bit better out of this. And I am going to say conserve the resource there. That being said... Ooh, could I use this here? Pause repeats 30% slower for each mined resource unit. Would this work? Consumes 40% less input. You know what? I don't know. I have no idea if that will work the way I'm thinking it should. But we'll find out soon enough. I guess at this point, this one should really be saying just to plant orange, but we've now got something of a sustainable area, but they're still not planting any trees down here, interestingly enough. This place has had all the opportunity in the universe to plant trees over here and just refuses to, so I don't think it ever will. Bit of a shame, that one, but oh well. Yeah, you don't want to tax it too much. It's a delicate line you've got to balance. You tax your beer too much, and all of a sudden... Is that... Oh. It's a boar burrow. Is that what we got over here as well? That's why we've got so many boars. I wonder if there was something similar in the trees, like there was some sort of spawning building for deer that unfortunately we chopped down. Yeah. May not have been. Why is this moment? Oh well, that's the thing that's happened. Oh my lord! Mine agriculture wildcard. I accept this. I can sell half of all of our food. Early summer. I'll also take an industry wildcard. Sell food. Boom! 11 grand. That has put us down a little bit, but you know, hopefully we'll be able to recover. Damn, this place is just way too effective. I guess what we can do is every now and then we'll just come in here and say, yeah, you know what, chop everything down. Remove all of the things. Also, now I can see that there's loads of stone down there. Let's get rid of that as well. But otherwise, stop. Yeah, no, the comparison to Banished is a completely fair one, in my opinion. Completely fair. Let's upgrade all of that. Hey, it's Alex, how you doing, mate? Hello, everyone. It's Alex robbed you of a 20-hour stream. Okay, so, Etal chat. Alex has been streaming for a very long time, first and foremost. Well done. Tell me true now. Is the reason that Alex streamed for a really long time because he's so bad at war? He started a war and thought, this war's going to be super fast. I'm totally going to get through this war. It's going to be a breeze, like an hour tops. And then it turned into the entire stream. Is that what happened? You can tell me, chat. It's okay. You're safe here. It's Alex can't ban you in my chat. He can ask me to ban you, and I might, but he can't do it himself. And that's the important part. Thanks. Bye-bye, I sleep. Yeah, I don't blame you, actually. I actually failed to lose the war. It went too well, actually, and kept going. You failed to lose the war. It's an interesting way of putting it. He nuked the UK like 6 times. To be fair, I think quite a lot of people in the UK wouldn't mind nuking the UK 6 times at the moment. Wow, were you literally that close to a 20-hour stream? I approve. I approve. That's like the sweetest nectar of cliffhangers ever. Only not a cliffhanger. Because there was no more stream. But, you know, yeah. 8 seconds away. 8 seconds away from a 20-hour stream. That is perfect. I'm not even sure I could cliffhanger any game as good as that. That's humbling. That is truly humbling. My lord, I feel a little bit salty, and I wasn't even watching him. That's how good of a troll that was, chat. My lord. But hello, it's Alex, chat. Welcome to Kingdoms Reborn. If any of you have played games like Banished in the past, this is a very similar sort of style. It has a lot of similarities, but there's some unique twists. I would say that this has got a lot of Anno and Banished in its family tree. Like a lot of Anno and Banished in its family tree. However, and like you can already see the influences as the town, the buildings are upgrading and stuff, and you can go through and you can purchase upgrades to make them more heat efficient. There's trading, there's all sorts of little bits and bobs. This game is in early access. Right now the AI are ultra dumb. It is a known thing. They are ultra generous though. They keep sending me money, and also their people keep leaving them in order to come to me. They've done nothing with their land the whole game, but it's a huge procedurally generated map. Now later on, there is full multiplayer in, so if you're playing with people, then dumb AI isn't an issue, and you can have the full length and breadth of the game with subterfuge and stealing stuff from people, or trying to vassalize them and force them to capitulate their land, so on and so forth, or just allying with them, or just being nice neighbors and trading stuff. But even in the like just playing it on your own, because honestly, if you're gonna play it right now, not having the AI on is a completely good way of playing, because then it's basically Banished, but with a lot more stuff to do. However, there is one caveat to that. And this is going to be a Marmite situation. Anyone who has seen the Marmite ads in the UK knows exactly what I'm about to get to. You're basically going to either love or hate this feature. And that is, you can't just build a building. You can with a few of them. You can build roads, you can build bridges, you can build storage yards, houses, farms. You can build these no matter what. They cost certain amounts of resources, but you can just build them. Everything else, every production building, now they come from cards. My deck currently contains 2 wild cards that I can decide out of any of the buildings that I've currently unlocked via research, which I gather from having happy and high-level houses full of peeps. These are like later game cards. As you progress through the game, as you unlock things, as you meet milestones and develop your town, you add more cards to your potential draw deck. Right now, I can click here and I've got these cards. Any of them I particularly want? Oh, a wild card is always a good, because this is literally any card I've unlocked in the game I can roll with. But I can re-roll this deck once for free, and then every time after that, see, there we go, another extremely generous AI. Every time after that, I have to pay a little bit of gold. Here's my gold. It's trivial amounts right now, but I imagine that'll be rebalanced. They're still taking very, very close, they're paying very close attention to the feedback they get from the community. So here I could get another windmill if I wanted. Don't really want one right now. I'd get another fruit gather. That might not be a bad idea, considering that's how I'm making all of my cider. And pretty much, my people are living off fruit. Fruit and game. Fruit and boar. Ah, they're living the life. They are living the life. They eat roasted boar for dinner, and then they have a little dessert of some oranges. Maybe a coconut every now and then if they're feeling spicy. Truly. Is there any way that this could be better? Well, actually, that's a dumb question. Of course it is. It could be, instead of having that cabbage field, which basically does nothing, it could be a tea field. That is the only way that this situation could have been improved, realistically. But the deck building thing, like a lot of people have mentioned, oh, well, why they put in a deck building thing? And someone in the chat, made a really valid point very, very early on, and that is, if they've got a game and then they decide, we're going to add deck building to it, and then they try to make the game work with deck building, it almost never does work. Because then you've basically shoehorned a gimmick into the game. But this game feels like it was designed around the idea of deck building. So rather than having a colony building game that you added deck building to, it was a deck building game that you added a much deeper level of colony building simulation to. In more or less that order. And yes, that's right, Sumi. They finally washed down their roasted boar and I don't know, I guess just oranges. Honestly, they probably don't do anything fancy. They just eat an orange after the boar, or maybe it's a glazed boar with orange rind. Fantastic. And then they wash it down with orange cider. But yeah, the game has got. The deck building is a really, really core part of the game. They've done a really good job with it, to their credit. It could have easily gone very wrong, but so far that I've been able to tell, that has not been the case here. They've made a really solid game with this. I really would like this fruit gatherer to be adjacent to a hunter's lodge once again, though, because that will allow it to benefit from the hunter lodge adjacency bonus. Let's go ahead and pop that there. And once again, we're going to use the most eldritch of technologies, and that is diagonal roads in a game like this. There we go. Oh, research complete. I'll check out the tech tree in just a second. Unlock the trading company. Would I like to buy the card? Yes, I would like to straight up buy that card so I can make use of it. Also, I want to trade away things that I don't need, which is leather. Oh my god, I haven't traded leather for so long. We've now got 1,340 units of it. Well, I know what I'm going to do with that in a few seconds. In fact, I'm just going to pause it for a moment. But one of the things I really like is that you can upgrade buildings. And the upgrades can be something as simple as, we're just going to make the houses more heat efficient. Or, for example, here, like delicate gathering. That's just an easy one. You use some tools, and then from that point on, they're better at gathering the fruits. Or, because they're adjacent to a specific building, in this case a hunter's lodge, I can have pest traps, which further improves the adjacency bonus. This one, because it's next to a fruit gatherer, it can use fruit bait to lure in animals a little bit better, so on, so forth. And I absolutely need to upgrade these at this point. We've got so many foresters, there is no reason why I don't drop all of these in there. Well, actually, the big reason on that one is I don't have enough logs, but there we go, that's actually fairly good. Get those while I can. We are now smelting some iron, which is grand. And once we've got enough iron, I'll be able to build the blacksmith, and we'll be able to get some more tools. Though I'm terribly afraid that we are about to be out of medicine. That would be awful for us. Absolutely awful. Yay, an Aavak stream to distract me from my country's craziness. Neural corruption, I will gladly act as your distraction for as long as I'm able. Yeah, that was quite the upgrade sound, yeah. The game does have some rough edges. Not gonna lie, obviously it's an early access title. It literally came into early access today, I believe. So yeah, there are some things that definitely could use some polish, and some of the soundscape it could do with that polishing. The music is quite chilled out though; it's quite nice. But right, we need at this point. I want to buy medicine. Medicine is unfortunately quite expensive, but let's buy... We don't go through it too fast, so let's buy 150. There we go. And then we're going to use one of our big trading ports to get rid of all of that leather, because we just frankly don't need it. Ship out 480. There we go. We'll have to pay a chunky tax, but we'll live with it. And the same over here. There we are. We are now rolling in cash, which means I can go ahead and upgrade to town level 4, which is going to bring in a little bit more cash as well. We can now get warehouses, and this is going to make our life so much easier, because right now we're having to build these little storage areas, and they are hopelessly space inefficient. Also, the sharing is caring card will be up there. Unlock the ability to set delivery targets. You can now set the storage or market where the building's output will be stored. So as you upgrade buildings, you unlock various abilities. So for example, we couldn't initially tell a job to be prioritized. That came later. Eventually we got things like the Employment Bureau, where we can do that on a global scale. We can individually improve the priorities on some buildings if we particularly want to, so on and so forth. This is our level 3 house down here. Very nice, very swanky. And it has actually increased the amount of people that can live there now, because the previous levels could only hold 4, but this can now hold 5. Now, to get it up to the next level, we're going to need 2 tier 2 resources. So that's either chocolate, candles, wine, or clothing. That might be a bit of a tricky one for us. Now, we might need to go to a different area, because, for example, to get wine, I need somewhere that can grow grapes. This is a place that can grow grapes. So I might have to make a massive trade road. You know, this kind of thing, Silk Road style. Only it would be the grape road. Or the cotton road. So on and so forth. The cocoa road. Certain strategic resources can only be gathered in the location with that on the map, in the same way that we can only gather iron here. We're going to want to get up to the coal deposit, because then we can stop relying on charcoal as our only way of producing coal. Right now we're managing, but that isn't going to last forever, especially as more and more of our houses upgrade. Yeah, beekeeping. We would need beekeeping to make the candles. Yeah. You can make clothing from leather. Yep, we can. We can also make it from wool. Various other things. So now a trading company automatically trades a resource with the world market. This is an incredibly important building. Incredibly important. For one reason, automatically trades. So we're going to place this here. Now I'm placing this here because I got a bit of foreknowledge. And having this next to a trading port makes it much, much more efficient. And then this warehouse can go more or less anywhere, but it is amazing. It is so much better than the previous storage buildings. We'll have the warehouse just pop there. Our warehouse has 30 storage spots. A storage area has, well, this one has 6 storage spots. So the relative size of building is just staggering. That warehouse is going to be able to store so much that I might actually start getting rid of some of the storage locations I've dropped around the place. In fact, I'm going to immediately use my wild card to get another one. I could go for another trading company though, and I am somewhat tempted to do that. Oh, that's actually a really difficult choice. That or a bakery, because I could start turning some of this wheat flour that is doing nothing for me into actual bread. I've got an agricultural card, actually. I can use the agricultural card for that. Yeah, I can make a bakery out of that. Industrial wild cards I can use for the candle maker, but I'd need... Oh, there, I can make a tailor already. And then the wild card... You know what? Sure, we're going to go with another... warehouse, I think. This game looks pretty. Too bad I just got CK3 and it's eating my life. Chromerific, yeah. When you got that game, I was like, yep, that's it for Chrome for a little while. He will not be sticking his head up from his little CK3 nest for quite a while. The immigration office is doing quite well. It's bringing in more and more peeps. Very happy to see that. We've got 66 adults and 20 children. It's not terrible. Not terrible. What cards have we got here? Trading post. Oh, another trading company. It's just there. Yes, I accept. Gladly. Right. Okay. Let's. We can choose research. It's just accumulating right now. Our market is pretty good. Silk Road, trading posts, and companies built on desert get what? Oh, well, that's actually pretty good. I wanted the medicine maker, but I'm sorry, peeps. You're just going to have to accept being a little bit more ill for a while. Whilst Aavak makes money. Oh, well, given that, then I guess I am going to want this over here. Built on a desert tile. I absolutely love the fact that the homes have different looks depending on which biome they're built in. That's utterly marvelous. I was not expecting it. All right, let's speed things up a little bit. While all this is going down, let's start. I want more workers in here. I also want to improve the shaft so we're getting more production. I would like better productivity if I can get it. Oh, I'm going to need paper. The iron smelter killed, okay. Upgrade efficient furnace. That would require bricks, not stone. Makes sense. Teamwork does require stone. I'll just make it a little bit more effective in general. Okay, we'll let that take some time. Not enough inputs. What are you waiting on? Wood. Oh, just sort it. Aavak, battle in less than 5 minutes. Thank you very much, Dr. Diving Dog Mum. I don't know. I think I'm okay with using the card mechanic in this game. It makes the experience a little more interesting in the beginning. Of course, I suppose it could also kill your game. Yeah, I mean with everything, there's a bit of a trade-off really with that sort of stuff. I think the card mechanic allows there isn't an optimal build. Like that is one thing that I'll come to. When you play Banished enough, it doesn't matter that the map is randomly generated. You will build exactly the same build town in the beginning. Every time. You will build exactly the same way because there is an optimal way to do it. Even into the mid-game, you will build it more or less the same cluster of buildings. You might vary a little bit depending on like maybe if you're playing on a hard map versus a normal map because you've got to prioritize things a little bit differently because it's such a hilly location. But with this, every game is going to be different. Right now, I started off really focusing into fish because that's just the cards that I got dealt. And now I've really focused into oranges. And if this was a different game, I might not. I might not focus on these at all. I might not have enough gatherers early on or hunters. I might have to focus really hard on farming. Perhaps I spent my first unlocks on getting the farming, the wheat farming ability, and that would have changed the game enormously. And I really, really dig that. I really appreciate that the game has that kind of level of variance because of the card mechanic. Now I do need to worry a little bit about the fact that we have no bloody wood again. So let's get back to trading. I'm just going to go ahead and buy 200. Actually, you know what? I don't need to worry about it. Let's go all the way to 480. Don't worry, chat. I did hear. We will be getting to that. Let's get that wood in here as quickly as we can. Ah, here we go. So, we have this. First, I would like to reduce the trading fee. Next, I would like to allow this to trade faster, because currently I'm not sure exactly how many units it can trade, but much like the trade depot, it's going to have a limit to how much it can shift in one go. So we're going to upgrade that. Next, maritime trade, plus an extra 60 quantity of trade if it's adjacent to a trading port, because it's using the sea. And now I can set it up, and at this point, I can start doing things like, I want to import wood. I want to import wood up to a target of 100 wood. If I've got less than that, import it. They make the game so much easier. Once you've got the companies, you want to have a lot of them. all built around the place, all shipping stuff hither and yon, as and when you can. They are super, super important. Super important.